We're back. Forgot that going to the dashboard ends the broadcast. So let's continue from my last save, which will unfortunately be just inside the embassy, but that's just a minute or two of progress lost. So, not too bad.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwyn, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are? Please,
Madam
tell me more
Ambassador,
about yourself.
so sorry.
What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the...
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
Better myself.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
Those mages up in Winterhold have been trying to figure out how many dragons...
What can I get for you?
I've heard all this.
You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day. Here you go, sir. The finest... Is there anything else I can get for you? Of course. Let me see if we have... I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
Right,
What does a
talk to
fellow need to
Razlan
do to
again.
get a drink around here?
Very much so. And thank you.
Ah, though, if there's anything I can ever do wonderful, I can be... Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. Stand back and behold my handiwork.
I'm not sure if there's other solutions.
Attention,
Cheers.
everyone. Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make.
What can I get for you, sir? Let's go. Let's go. Before anyone notices us.
Elenwyn, our mistress. I speak figuratively, of course. Nothing could be more unlikely than that someone would actually want her in their bed.
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Wouldn't want to offend our Thalmor overlords, would we?
Who comes, Malborn?
Someone bring me a
You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Zavani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up.
Alright, let's quick save
Hurry
this
it up.
time.
I've got to get back before I'm missed.
Oops. Oh, some quest items. Get out of here. Alright. There we go. Oh, am I not I'm not wearing my amulets. Shoot. I didn't think it would.
Come on. If someone misses me at the party, we're both
Unequip
dead.
those. Alright. Alright, we're not gonna bother with subtlety here.
I need to lock the door behind you, or the patrols might notice something's wrong.
Oh,
Good luck.
see
And despite how weak these enemies are, I am still on master difficulty. And so I'm guessing that these guys don't actually scale and level.
I need that money.
Which is a little unfortunate if that is true, and the enemies during the main quest line are at fixed levels. It's gonna make things not very challenging at all.
You'll need to do better. No.
That's right, I have to read it. The Thalmor dossier. Alright. Actually, I need one of these two.
I told you. I don't know anything else about it.
I'm not here to torture you.
What? Who? What do you want then?
No time to explain. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere.
Sounds good. I'll follow you.
Whatever you want. But let's go, now.
Alright. Looks like Malborn survives this time. If you wait for those Thalmor to address you, he'll usually end up fighting them and dying. There's a Stone of Paranzaya here. I was just trying to remember if there was or not. Alright, and we're done here. if you don't know what dragon aspect looks like. It's pretty awesome. It's a shout that, unfortunately it acts like a power, so you can only use it once a day. But, it is very good, in addition to looking pretty awesome. It makes your power attacks do more damage, reduces your shout cooldowns, and increases your armor rating by 100. And if your health drops below 50% while it's active, it'll summon a spectral Dragonborn, ancient Dragonborn, to help you fight. Okay, so let's tell Delphine what we learned.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful?
The Thalmor know nothing about the dragons.
Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure. They're looking for someone named Esbern.
Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
What would the Thalmor want with Esbern?
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought.
They seem to think he's hiding out in Riften.
Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Ask around the Ragged Flagon in the Ratway. It's at least a good starting point. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Alright. Quest complete. Get all my stuff back.
Do you need...
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to... Well, I guess that's kind of good, because you guys didn't get to see the exploit.
Thing?
So I guess if you're interested in that, I can show you. That's right, the cultists. Yeah, so I think I'll do that first, before we head back to Riften. Let's just find a nice, secluded spot. Lydia, where'd you go? There she is. Okay, so here's how this works. You need either beast form or vampire lord to do this. I'm gonna quick save here, and so what you do is you talk to your follower, and then
I'm right behind you.
Immediately after you press X, in this case,
You lead, I'll follow.
you press the right bumper, R1.
Let's get going then.
And there we go. So this will happen. You'll be in the dialogue, but you'll still transform. So obviously it's important to make sure that you have a follower who will not become hostile when you transform.
Your command.
Then you just trade with them. So I have 5 amulets of Talos. I'm gonna give her all 5. Go to her inventory. And then equip them one by one directly from her inventory. So now I'm wearing them so I can
Lead on.
exit that, wait a couple hours for my transformation to wear off. Now all my other items are back on. I'm still wearing all 5 amulets, and I can prove that by the fact that I can see 5 separate Fortify Shouts buffs. And that's that. So I now have unlimited shouts. And hello, and welcome to the viewer just tuning in. Thanks for checking out the stream. As you can see from the title, this is the ultimate Dragonborn run in Skyrim. So my goal here is to learn every shout in the game before I beat it, or at least to learn as many as I can, because there are a couple. I guess it's just one. There's one shout in the game that I learn at the very end, after I've beaten everything. And I'm also using an exploit, which you just missed.
Come here a second.
And that exploit allows me to have no cooldown between my shouts. As you can see here, the exploit allows me to wear 5 amulets of Talos, which give me a 20% cooldown reduction each. So being able to wear 5 at once obviously gives me 100% cooldown reduction. Alright, and I'm working on the main quest, and we have another viewer tuning in as well. Welcome.
Well,
thanks for checking out the
like
stream.
You're fitting in well down
So, you're
here. I'm supposed
Brynjolf's
to
new
allow you to
protege,
trade in one
eh?
of your pieces of guild
Don't look
armor.
like much
So
to
what will
me.
it be?
Know of an old guy hiding out in Riften, name of Esbern?
Lot of people looking for him. Don't know his name, but he's paid good money for nobody to know he's down here. He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Hardly ever leaves the place. Has someone bring him food and such. Crazy old coot from what I've heard. For that to stand out down here, he must really be off his nut.
Alright.
Until next time.
Let's find Esbern.
Huh?
Is someone there?
No. So here, you'll be able to see the unlimited shouts.
Kill him!
Helps if I hit him with it. But as you can see, I can do that as much as I like. And I'm not getting that normal flashing bar around my compass.
That's all you got.
That'll work.
bucket, knife, book, ink pot, stone. No, no, no.
Come here, come here, come here, come here.
Go away!
Esbern, open the door. I'm a friend.
What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay. Delphine sent me.
Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her. And she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap.
Delphine needs your help to stop the dragons.
So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. You'd better come in and tell me how you found me and what you want.
Alright.
This'll just take a moment.
Guess I'm pretty persuasive.
There we go.
Seems like I didn't even need
Only a couple
the
more.
secret passphrase that Delphine told me about.
There we are. Come in, come in. Make yourself at home. That's better. Now we can talk. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago.
What do you mean it's hopeless?
Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Alduin has returned just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. All I could do was watch our doom approach.
Alduin, the dragon who's raising the others?
Yes, yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand.
You're talking about the literal end of the world.
Oh yes, it's all been foretold. The end has begun. Alduin has returned. Only a Dragonborn can stop him. But no Dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Alduin the World Eater.
It's not hopeless, Esbern. I'm Dragonborn.
What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. But give me just a moment. I must gather a few things. I'll need... no useless trash. Where'd I put my annotated annual? One moment. I know time is of the essence, but mustn't leave secrets for the Thalmor. There's one more I must bring. Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off.
Huh? There's the blaze. Kill him!
Someone do something.
Somebody help!
Kill him.
You should not have meddled in the Thalmor's.
Alright. Back to the vaults. Oh, let's see if I can remember how to get out of here. Actually, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Including mini chests. Oh, an amulet of Talos. Took me a while to find all 5. Alright, almost there. We go this way. Yep, here we go. Yep. All right. I guess I'll just go this way. I think it's always at least 2 loading screens to get out of the Ragged Flagon, so it doesn't really matter which way I go. Alright. So we've made it out. Let's head back to Riverwood.
I'm spoken for, you know, so don't get any ideas.
Thank you so much for taking care of... You and me, we're the only people around who aren't complete fools.
Do you need something?
Delphine. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way.
I like how after you go to Kyne's Grove, she just doesn't bother going back to her innkeeper disguise. She just wears her armor and sword all the time.
Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragonborn. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose, so we must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Ah, here it is. Come, let me show you. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Nope.
This is where they built Aldrin's Hall to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore, a hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy in the event, despite the far-reaching fame of Aldrin's Hall at the time. One of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean You don't mean to say you haven't heard of Alduin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Alduin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. Its location has been lost for centuries, but I have found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call.
I'll meet you there.
Your call. Might be safer to travel separately. Attract less attention that way. Don't worry, I'll get Esbern there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire. Good luck.
Okay.
Oh, what happened?
So, Karthspire. Have not been there yet, but luckily Reachwater Rock is nearby. And I apologize for the long silences. I just don't like to talk over the NPCs. And plus, I'm just not that good at filling silence. So... hopefully you guys don't mind too much. Why am I using rusty arrows? That's better. I want steel arrows. Missed him. Yeah, come here. Oh, got him with that one. Oh, wow. Double dragon fight. That's pretty cool. How am I gonna get up there? It's the annoying part about the Reach. That is nothing but mountains. It did. There we go.
Never should have come here.
Oh my gosh. Now the force.
You're mine.
Oh, there's the other one.
No, no!
Don't go over there. Whoops. It's gonna die to a bear. It's because I had my marked for death on him. Ooh, I think I hit him with that. The bear killed both of them. Not sure what is over there. Nice. 2 dragon souls. It's pretty rare to get 2 dragons at once like that. At least in my experience. Of course, other than the double dragon battle in Dawnguard, which is amazing. It's one of my favorite moments in all of my time playing this game, because I did play on the Xbox 360 originally, but like I said, that was incredible. Seeing those 2 dragons burst out of the frozen lake, that's a fun battle. Actually, now that I've got a couple of souls, see if there's anything I want to unlock. And I think I will do my best to unlock all of the shouts.
Let's keep moving.
Where is Esbern? Oh, he's right here.
I think we're getting close.
Let's see if I can get a preemptive strike.
Hold on. What was that?
Ooh. There we go. Whoa. Oh, wow.
We're routed!
I'm not afraid of you. Come on.
I'm gonna circle around this way.
That's close enough.
Take care of the mage up here.
Time
Time to end this little game. Oh!
Whoa. She died. Well. Who's left? Just a hag raven. There we go. Spigot? Alright. Better quick save after all that. Alright.
Over here. God, that's it.
It's gotta be the weakest Briarheart I've ever seen. Usually they're pretty tough.
This looks promising.
Yes, definitely early Akaviri stonework here.
We've got to get this bridge down. These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You had the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for Dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom.
It worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way.
So here, once again, you're looking for this works.
You should be careful here. See these symbols on the floor?
Yeah, so you just gotta step on only the Dragonborn symbol.
Be careful.
Hello? There we go.
Looks safe now. Let's move.
I think we're close to the entrance.
And there we go. It's the Chamber of Secrets. Wasn't there something just like this in Harry Potter, the second one? It's like the big bust like this, and then the basilisk comes out of its mouth or something. I don't remember. It's been quite a while since I've seen any of the movies or read any of the books.
No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look
Try
here.
dripping blood.
You see how the ancient blades revered Reman Cyrodiil?
It's coming to life. You did it. After you, then I come. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in the sky.
It's quite the door, huh?
What we might find inside.
Alright, Skyhaven Temple. Is that moonlight? Yeah, I guess so. So there's a bunch of loot here that I don't need. But, there's a bunch of blade swords on the wall. And here you have the shield and armor. Which looks pretty cool. It's a very interesting design, at least. Sort of, I don't need that. Sort of a combination of European and Japanese armor. Here's the Dragonbane sword, which is a leveled blade sword with a unique enchantment. Basically does extra damage to dragons. There we go.
Baldwin's Wall. So I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Kaviri sculpture.
Huh?
And, I don't really know how effective using a katana with a round shield would be. I mean, I'm sure it could be done. But,
look, here is Alduin.
At least as far as I know, the katana isn't really a weapon that was designed to be used with a shield.
Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlord, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is falling from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Ah, patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory, mythic symbolism. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh, yes. Presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
The Greybeards might know.
You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice.
What do you have against the Greybeards?
If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky, or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War, or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
Don't worry, I'm not afraid of my own power.
Good. The Greybeards can teach you a lot, but don't let them turn you away from your destiny. You're Dragonborn, and you're the only one who can stop Alduin. Don't forget it.
I better go see what Arngeir knows about this shout.
Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive long swords. Now they need their ancient mission fulfilled.
And that's
as the last
pretty common practice in fantasy books and games and stuff like that. It's that long sword is generally used as just sort of a default term for a sword. But in fact, historically, they never used terms like arming sword or long sword or anything like that. It was just called a sword, or maybe a two-handed sword. And those sort of categories are something that modern historians have come up with as a way to classify different historical weapons. Alright, so let's see what Arngeir knows.
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn.
I need to learn the shout used to defeat Alduin.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
Does it matter?
Yes. For matters of such gravity, we need to know where you stand. Or who you stand with.
I have nothing to hide. The Blades helped me find out about it.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
The Blades are helping me. I'm not their puppet.
No, of course not. Forgive me, Dragonborn. I have been intemperate with you. But heed my warning. The Blades may say they serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have.
So, can you teach me this shout?
No. I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
I thought you knew all the words of power.
But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you.
If the shout is lost, how can I defeat Alduin?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
I need to speak to Paarthurnax then.
You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the Blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer.
Who is Paarthurnax?
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
Why haven't I met him yet?
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
How do I get to the top of the mountain to see him?
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about something earlier, but then I lost my train of thought. But now that I'm here, I remember what it was. The other day I was thinking about, because I was watching GDC videos on YouTube, so presentations from the annual game developer conference. And I saw a couple of talks about narrative in games, and I was thinking how these open world games like Skyrim and Fallout and things of that nature, they have sort of a conundrum that they have to deal with, or not, I suppose. But the question is, when the player is free to go anywhere on this entire map, this huge map, at any time, how do you reconcile that freedom with narrative urgency? So for example, in this game, an evil dragon trying to end the world, that's a pretty big deal. And yet, you can go and do whatever before you do that. So it's just kind of an interesting problem, and a difficult one to answer. Because I suppose theoretically you could sort of lock the player in at certain points, like one quest that does have that urgency in the narrative. You could make it so that they had to do that, but that would be a mistake. I think most game designers would agree, in an open world game at least, because you wouldn't want to give the player all that freedom and then take it away from them. That would not sit well.
Clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well. Clear skies.
Alright, let's equip that. And let's go talk to Paarthurnax. So yeah, anyway, I'm not sure how I would address that issue. Like I said, there's not... It's a tough question to answer. I guess maybe you could, at least kind of mitigate, sort of mitigate the discrepancy between player freedom and narrative urgency by maybe breaking up quests into smaller chunks in such a way that in such a way that that the player wouldn't feel like they were putting off something incredibly important in order to pursue a relatively trivial side quest. Like if there were more sort of breakpoints in the narrative so that it wasn't sort of a constant, the world is about to end and we've got to do something about it right away kind of thing. Which is basically what you see in this game. Although there are certain points that it does feel a little bit more natural to leave the main quest if you want, and then come back to it. Such as after the first dragon fight, and after the Greybeards summon you. I could see that being a spot that you could say, well,
I am Parthenax.
I don't need to talk to the Greybeards right away.
Who are you? What brings you to
Because obviously from the
mountain?
character's perspective, at that point, they don't really have too much of a reason to think that it's something incredibly urgent that they should do. I think you already know who I am.
Yes, Vaza. You speak true, Dovahkiin. Forgive me. It has been long since I held Tinvak with a stranger. I gave in to the temptation to prolong our speech.
Why live alone on a mountain if you love conversation?
Evenar Balok, there are many hungers it is better to deny than to feed. Drechni Nakib, discipline against the lesser, aids in Kachnar, denial of the greater. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I need to learn the Dragonrend shout. Can you teach me?
Drem. Patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. The word calls you. Go to it.
And this is the final word of Fire Breath. Although, if you get to this point before finding the other two words, it will be the next one in the sequence. Oh, I don't need to...
Show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova.
Oops.
Ah, yes. Sosedo
Frostmul, the dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a jaw, mortal. Even for one of Dovasos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
Can you teach me the Dragonrend shout?
Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
Do you know the shout or not?
Crosis, sorrowfully, no. It cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
How can I learn it then?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I need to stop Alduin.
Yes, Alduin, Zembach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with Firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
I like this world. I don't want it to end.
Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lin Vokin. Would you stop the next world from being born?
The next world will have to take care of itself.
Paz, a fair answer. Rolfus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Crosis, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name Throat of the World?
You said you were going to answer my question.
Drem, patience. I am answering in my way. This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokravak Struma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him.
Using the Dragonrend shout, right?
Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
Are you saying the ancient Nords sent Alduin forward in time?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
How does any of this help me?
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
I have the Elder Scroll.
You have it. The Kell, the Elder Scroll. Tidkrech Kalos. Time shudders at its touch. There is no question. You are doom-driven. Kogan Akatosh. The very bones of the earth are at your disposal. Go then. Fulfill your destiny. Take the scroll to the Time Wound. Do not delay. Alduin will be coming. He cannot miss the signs.
Alright. Well, let's do it. Should have a quick save. It's actually in miscellaneous, I believe. No, it is in books.
Gormley! Running out of time! Battle!
Today, Alduin's lordship will be restored. But I honor your courage. Krithwolf Akrin. Die now in vain.
A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
The battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone this day.
but none have yet stood against Alduin himself, Gulf, Sori, Birker.
They did not have Dragonrand. Once we bring him down, I promise, I will have his head.
You do not understand. Alduin cannot be slain like a lesser dragon. He is beyond our strength. Which is why I brought the Elder Scroll.
Feldir, we agreed not to use it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, I will not need it.
We will deal with Alduin ourselves. Here and now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin approaches.
So be it.
Me, Tarudis, him hind pali, su'u hindan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
Alduin kind of sounds like General Grievous, doesn't he?